Manchester United welcome back their captain today. After 12 games out with hamstring trouble, Martin Buchan is back in the side. And another familiar face in the United lineup this afternoon is 34-year-old Jimmy Greenoff, who hasn't played in the first team since September. Greenoff replaces Gary Birtles, who gets a chance to rest his ankle injury. Still missing are Gordon McQueen, Ray Wilkins, Mickey Thomas and Kevin Moran. But at number 2, Jimmy Nicholl returns after a one-match absence. Unchanged Norwich include both Kevin Bond and Justin Fashanu, both subjects of current transfer talk. Despite the number 2, Kevin Bond will play in the centre of defence, and number 6, Mark Nightingale, will start the match at right back. The recently appointed Norwich manager Ken Brown, with his hands in his raincoat pockets there, was a playing contemporary at West Ham of the Manchester United boss Dave Sexton, who's watching from down on the touchline bench. The referee today is Brian Daniels of Brentwood in Essex. Norwich have won their last 2 matches and they're playing from left to right in the first half, in yellow and green. Manchester United beaten only twice in the league this season in 20 games, despite all their injury problems. Joe Royle to Mark Barham, number 7, Norwich. Cross to Tony Powell. There's Buchan. You'll notice that Sammy McIlroy will be playing on the left side of midfield today for Manchester United, wearing number 4. And he'll take this free kick, given for the foul on Jordan. Leaving it for Arthur Albiston. Jimmy Greenoff. Free kick again. This time against Hoadley. McIlroy is generally the free kick specialist for United. Has been known to score from here. And that was McIlroy, and it came off Mick Maguire. There he is again, McIlroy. Duxbury. McIlroy again. Jimmy Nicholl. That's come to Steve Coppell. Man in the way was Powell. Jovanovic is still well forward for Manchester United in the area. McIlroy. Duxbury. Well, it was meant for Albiston, but it was a present for Norwich City and for Mark Barham in particular. It's got Joe Royle going down the right, wearing number 9. Look at the ground that Duxbury made up there to get back from attack into defence. What an improved and developing player he's been, stepping into the first team this season. Poor kick by Clive Baker, straight to Coppell. Here's Jordan. Coppell is inside. Still Jordan. Foul was by Buchan on Fashanu, and here's Goebel for Norwich. Tony Powell. Oh, it was a good flick on by Royle, who then looks for Barham. 2 players just behind him in support. Oh, Fashanu came in at the end. That was a swift ball in. Royle went in first. Fashanu came in behind him. Phil Hoadley. Nightingale back to Hoadley. Good weight on the back pass there. Albiston giving his goalkeeper an easy pickup. Steve Coppell's header on, and here's Joe Jordan with a chance. So it's gone in off Bond. Kevin Bond, an own goal. Joe Jordan, who scored 4 times against Norwich in the 2 league matches last season, threatened first. It was Coppell's flick on. Jordan shot. The goalkeeper stopped it with his legs. And poor Kevin Bond, who went through a spell of own goals last season, I remember, could do nothing about it. It went in off him. and Manchester United take the lead. Good record here to Manchester United. They've won 2 and drawn 1 on their last 3 visits to Carrow Road in the league. And they go in front here with a slightly fortuitous goal. Mind you, Jordan was clean through. Here's Greenoff. Interesting that the flick-on was from Coppell, who'd moved from his right wing position into the centre in that United attack. It shows they're a very flexible team. Flag is up for offside. Referee signalled, but applied an advantage there. Here's Steve Goble for Norwich. And he gets a corner off Jimmy Nicholl. And Kevin Bond is now going forward, hoping perhaps to put that right at the other end. Bailey came a long way for that, but his defender did the job for him. That's a useful-looking ball, and Jovanovic cut it out. It's played by Nightingale. Here's Fashanu. And now it's Maguire. And Royal is in there, and so is Barham, hooked away by Nicholl as far as Steve Goble. And smartly dealt with by Gary Bailey. From Steve Goble. There was a yawning gap on that side of the penalty area in the United defence. Bond up with Jordan. Augustin. And here comes Goble looking for Patton. He's found Fashanu. And that's Barham. And Goble tries to get in again. Stopped by Augustin. Here comes Nightingale, leaving it for Bond. Fashanu calling on the far side. It's come to Graham Patton with his left foot, a deflection. My word, that was close. I think it must have hit Martin Buchan. Graham Patton's got a very good left foot, and he struck that well. But the deflection by the defender took the ball out for a corner. Hoadley on, and off the line by Augustin. Away by Jimmy Nicholl. Steve Coppell beats Mick Maguire, looks for Jimmy Greenoff. Tony Powell's header. There's Nightingale. Kevin Bond. The Royals getting an awful lot of good touches in. Gains a throw there for Norwich. Maguire. Oh, it's a good ball for Fashanu. Bailey did well to come and meet him as quickly as that, because there were no defenders around. Well, that was a good ball by Mick Maguire. He saw the possibilities there inside the 18-yard area, played the ball into space. Justin Fashanu read it well, but the goalkeeper's speed off the line saved United there. So Steve Coppell. And Coppell will settle for the corner off Powell. Ivanovic has come forward. Not a good corner, but a missed kick by Royal. Maguire's header. Coming to Koppel again. Still free, and that was Koppel, and that's Greenoff with a chance now. Half blocked. McElroy. Well, what a series of weird missed kicks and deflections inside the Norwich penalty area, with perhaps the best chance falling to Greenoff. Here's Mark Nightingale. In for Joe Royal. Royal looks for Byron. Doble's made a good run inside, and Maguire on the far side here. Turning it in and away by Jimmy Nicholl. Nightingale. Maguire is still out there on the left and still not marked. Here's Padden. Off Maguire it came, as far as Nightingale with the shot. Royals again. Curled in, Royals there! Well, so many of the 147 league goals that he's scored in his career have come from the head of Joe Royal. He's always a threat. And when that ball was turned back in again by Nightingale, it was Royal whose header was only just over. Free kick. Who might do something here. He's found Royal. Norwich moving forward in numbers, but that pass intercepted by Jimmy Nicholl, and that could mean a break for Manchester United, who've got Koppel, Greenoff, Jordan all forward. This is Koppel. Good effort by Steve Koppel, my word. That's his 50th goal in league football. And what a way to achieve that landmark. It began by Jimmy Nicholl intercepting Tony Powell's pass and putting Koppel in possession. Koppel from the right, cuts inside one player, beats the second, shoots across the goalkeeper, and a lovely finish. So his 50th league goal makes it 2-0 to Manchester United, the score by which they won here last season. Sleet beginning to fall now on a day of extremely mixed weather. And the snow beginning to fall heavily now. It's almost a Christmas card scene. McElroy for United. Just playing it through for Joe Jordan. Jordan and Hoadley tangling. And here comes Buchan with Joe Royal. Macari. Jordan. Koppel. Is he going to do it again from the other side? The shot this time not quite as powerful or as well directed, but Koppel again proving a threat. Jordan again, and this is McElroy. Albiston. Macari. There's Koppel. Oh, he's in there again, is Koppel, and brought down, was he? Referee said no. Manchester United looking towards the referee for a penalty decision. A tackle by Phil Hoadley on Steve Koppel, but referee Brian Daniels shook his head. been so many different weather conditions today that the snow falls heavily as the half-time whistle blows and leaves the players wondering, I suppose, about a change of studs in some cases. But there's no change in the position in the match, which is very much in Manchester United's hands at the moment, leading 2-0 at half-time. Gary Bailey carrying a pair of tracksuit trousers out at the start of the second half, just in case, because the weather is so uncertain that any moment the state of the pitch can change very suddenly indeed. The snow has relented at the beginning of the second half, although Norwich fans with very long memories will recall that in snowy conditions many years ago, the famous Norwich Cup run of 1959 began here with a victory over Manchester United in wintry conditions not dissimilar to these. But for the moment, they're on the attack again with Barham. Royal. Barham locked it in for Fashanu. Went down in a heap. Referee looked, gave nothing. And to be fair, the appeal was more from the crowd than from the Norwich players. Joe Jordan on the break. Jimmy Greenough being asked to do rather more, I think, there than he could manage. Fashanu back on his feet. Penalty appeal turned down now for both sides. Here's Maguire. Beckham with Fashanu there. Fashanu's got Barham just behind him if he turns the other way, but he'll settle for a corner off McElroy. Gary Bailey, very confident in the way he came for the ball. His goalkeeping will be interesting the next 2 or 3 years, because the three senior England goalkeepers, all over 30 now, and Bailey at under 21 and B international level, has already attracted the attention of Ron Greenwood. As he gets the free kick there, one has to look for the next generation of goalkeepers. On by Joe Jordan. Foul away from Koppel. Fashanu on to Royal, nice flick. Behind him is Goebel. Goebel's cross in, Royal's flick over, and an own goal! Well, would you believe it? Niki Jovanovic, number 5. What happened to Kevin Bond happens to Jovanovic at the same end. Goebel's cross, Royal's flick, Jovanovic into his own net. So Norwich put back in the game by precisely the same sort of goal as the one which initially put them out of it. This is promising for Norwich. He's got Royal ahead, Barham to his right. Jovanovic in attendance. Oh, well played by the Yugoslav. Now, Jordan on the left wing, Greenough on this side, and Bond in the way. And Jovanovic out of position now, and Kevin Bond determined to expose Manchester United at the back. Finds Barham. The back of Sammy McElroy, and suddenly it's 3 against 3. Koppel, Greenough and Jordan, and my word, Duxbury's made a fine run through the centre. Oh, what a shame the offside flag intervened, although full marks to the goalkeeper for the way he came out, Clive Baker, because Duxbury's run off the ball there was a superb piece of thinking, and a substitution to be made by Norwich City. The man going off is Mick Maguire, and the man coming on is Drazen Muzinic, the club's most expensive signing. Ken Brown makes the signal. Off goes Maguire. And the appearance of Muzinic means we've now got two Yugoslav internationals in the same match on opposite sides, because Muzinic was a contemporary in the Yugoslav international side with this man, Niki Jovanovic. And Muzinic's first touch finds Fashanu. Here he is again. Nightingale. Muzinic. Oh, Joe Royle! And he just didn't get his foot properly behind the ball. Otherwise, it might well have been 2-2. And look at this again now. Indirect free kick against the goalkeeper. Steps. Steve Coppell questions the decision. And that's one to talk about. Whatever level you play football, if you're a goalkeeper, you might sympathise with Bailey, but Royle doesn't break the rules unless he fouls him. And Gary Bailey took more than 4 steps, and it's an indirect free kick to Norwich City, and Manchester United have to line up virtually on the line. Padden appeals for handball by the man who blocked the shot, who's down on the ground. But the referee has given Norwich only the throw-in on the far side. Barham. Well played. Off Buchan for a corner. Won by Joe Jordan in the air, volleyed back by Barham and out by McElroy. And Manchester United at last get a breather. Bond. Joe Royle. Bond. Norwich are to be applauded for the way they've come back in this match. Here's Graham Padden. Back again to him by Barham. And the other way, Fashanu. Here's Phil Hoadley. And there goes Royle again. I would have thought Bailey would have got rid of it a bit quicker this time, but he hasn't. Jordan. Bailey will do well to get the ball away as quickly as he can. This time Royle hasn't challenged. Nightingale and Greenoff. McElroy. Low in for Coppell. Graham Padden's shown some nice touches in this second half for Norwich. He's kept them in the game by dictating things in the middle of the field from time to time. This is Fashanu, and this is Goebel. Came off Nicol, Goebel again. Fashanu. Royle. Muzinic. And time for Duxbury to get the ball away, but only as far as Phil Hoadley. Good ball, that. Goebel. Kevin Bond is joining the attack down this side. It's still Goebel, though, and the shot coming off Jovanovic for the corner. Bond on. Fashanu came in. 2-2. The corner taken by Stephen Goebel. Kevin Bond got the flick on, and Justin Fashanu came in at the far post. What What a good comeback by Norwich City. 74 minutes gone, 2-2 after being 2-0 down. Koppel for Manchester United. And this has now developed into a storming second half, when at half-time, Manchester United seem to have things so much in hand. But there again, the enthusiasm of the Manchester United team means that they too will be trying for the winning goal right to the last. They've got 6 players pushed well forward, waiting for Bailey's clearance. Jimmy Greenoff. Well, Jimmy Nicholl would have preferred an option up the right wing, but it wasn't there for him. Graham Padden to Goebel. Linesman's given the throw to Manchester United. Royal, chance here perhaps for Nuzinich to do something. Well, he's played the ball back to Mark Nightingale. Powers in the attack as well. Royal, a foul there. Joe Royal was alleged to have backed into, I think it was Macari. So we're now going into time that the referee may add on for stoppages. Duxbury, Koppel. Bond for Norwich. He's led by example this afternoon, Kevin Bond. He may want to get away from here, but there's certainly no criticising his enthusiasm on the field. Nuzinich. Jovanovic, from one Yugoslav to the other. And the referee blows to signal Manchester United's 13th draw in 21 First Division matches this season. But a very exciting game, in which United led by 2 goals to nil at half-time, but the persistence of Norwich, and Joe Royal in particular, had his private little tussle with Gary Bailey, brought them a point in a 2-2